What's good, y'all? So, one and only King Cal 516 live in the mix, and this is the Switch Flame Podcast. Be sure to hit us up on the website, www.switchflames.com. Hit us up on Twitter at Switch Flames, and definitely check out the Facebook and YouTube page at Switch Flames Podcast. So, let's get right into this. I'm going to be truly honest and sincere with you guys. But these Ben Simmons rumors about possibly going to the Lakers is starting to warm my heart. I'm starting to really like this idea of Ben Simmons going to the Lakers. Although I would preface that by saying, ideally, I think if the Lakers, knowing that they signed Russell Westbrook, they should see it out for the full season and see how it goes before making a decision about Russell Westbrook. We know typically Westbrook gets better in the second half. But if I'm the Lakers, deep down, I would, if I can make this happen, I probably would. Because I think Ben Simmons would enhance this team. And with the fact that the kind of veteran leadership is on the Lakers, I think that'll only... You got to think about the basketball minds you got on the Lakers, right? Experienced veterans who've been there, done that. Between the likes of Rondo, LeBron. You know what I mean? These are some really phenomenal basketball minds. Guys who've been there, done that. He looks like him and Dwight, from Dwight being in their Philly last season, have a good relationship. You know, Dwight has spoken highly about him. You know what I mean? But you got Melo. You got a few of these guys on his team that been around the block for a while that, you know, can help Ben Simmons. Because let me just tell you this. I understand the difference between Ben Simmons and Russell Westbrook. And I also understand that both of them are not phenomenal shooters, right? But Russell Westbrook is more of a high-volume shooter who doesn't shoot the ball efficiently, right? So Ben Simmons is a little more strategic with his shot, so he'll shoot the ball a high percentage. And obviously, he's going to score more of his points in the paint, right? But Ben Simmons is an elite defender. To me, he'll be... If he gets traded to the Lakers, he instantly becomes the best wing defender on the team. And he instantly will be the guy you put on the best player on the opposite team. And you can literally have a lineup where you have AD at the 5, Ben Simmons and LeBron at the 3 and 4, and then you have two guards, right? And the AD and LeBron and Ben Simmons can still control the ball of who takes the ball up. But ideally, like I said, overall, I think the right thing for the Lakers to do is give Russell Westbrook the full year and see what happens. But I got to be honest with you guys. I kind of like this for the Lakers if they're able to pull it off. It's going to be tough. You probably need 3 teams to do it. But I'm really starting to lean on this, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand how good Ben Simmons is on the defensive end. Now, here's something that you guys got to understand about the Lakers defense as well. The Lakers defense has improved from the start of the season. Now, it's still not where I believe it needs to be on a championship level. But if you even look at their defensive rating, they have like a 107 point, maybe 107 point something defensive rating currently. And right now, that's 11th best in the NBA. So they're about to crack the top 10 on defensive rating. Now, grant you, the last 3 games they've been playing against teams, not the best of teams, right? I mean, Dallas is pretty good. They lost to Memphis, but, OKC and Detroit ain't the world beaters out there, right? They're not the greatest shooting teams. So I'm taking that defensive rating right now, the improvement with a fine grain of salt. They're about to go against Phoenix soon. They're going to have some tougher matchups coming up in the next few weeks, and so we'll see how they do when it comes to those matchups. But I am one to sit there and look at this situation and sit there and say, overall, still, you got to give them some credit. Their defense has been improving. And you put Ben Simmons, it changes everything. Because once you put him on their best player, you can shift everybody else defensively. AD's your rim protector. LeBron can kind of do what he likes to do, kind of roam around the defense. He likes to kind of freestyle and roam around the defense. You can allow him to do that. And then you can put 2 aggressive guards, run a starter lineup with that. And that, to me, can get the job done come playoff time because they can throw out more of a lockdown defense come playoff time. Right? And so I kind of like that. Now, the thing with Ben Simmons, he has his weaknesses too. Like Russell Westbrook, my biggest gripe about him, seeing him on the Lakers, and he's been cleaning this up, but I get concerned about Westbrook's decision making, right? Now, is he a good playmaker? Yes, he can make plays, but he's not always doing the right thing at the right time. He's not always controlling the game the way he needs to. And this is part of the issues why he hasn't really been able, as the lead guard, as the lead point guard, the lead over team, he hasn't been able to take them deep into the playoffs because of his decision making. I do put some of that on him as far as the success he's had in his career, right? And so for the Lakers come playoff time, every possession counts. You cannot be taking a chance with his erratic play. You know what I'm saying? But to Russell Westbrook's credit, I'm going to give him a little bit more credit than a lot of the media. He has cleaned up a lot of stuff, and he has gotten better. If you look at, the last 10 games, if you just look at the last 10 games, Russell Westbrook has fit a lot better. So there is a lot of potential there. But if you're the Lakers, to get a Ben Simmons who's younger, Ben Simmons maybe 24, around there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He's a better. I think he's better with the floor general. He's not going to take a lot of shots, even though he doesn't shoot a lot. He's not a high volume shooter. Westbrook is, and so that means he's going to give more shots and opportunities to the guys around him, which those guys are going to eat more. So guys like Monk, guys like Melo, Reeves. If Taylor Horton-Tucker's still there, guys like that will eat a lot more because they're going to get more opportunities because Simmons is going to find them more. And like I said, he just controls the ball a lot better than Westbrook. Westbrook is a lot more aggressive on the offensive end. So when at times when you need that scoring lift, Westbrook is another option to just go and get you a bucket. Ben Simmons is not as aggressive. But I think the main thing with Ben Simmons is, and I remember Magic Johnson pointed this out on TV months ago. It's his free throw shooting. Because if you look at Ben Simmons' issues, I understand you're going to say, he doesn't shoot the ball. But realistically, if Ben Simmons is averaging 15, 16 points a game, and he just shoots a higher free throw percentage, realistically, that tells you that Ben Simmons would probably easily be a 20-point game scorer if he just improves his free throw shooting. And so I still believe free throw should be the priority above three-point shooting. In the Lakers, it's going to be hard to try to get a guy to all of a sudden do both, right? So if you're the Lakers, if you get Ben Simmons, I would just have Phil Handy, those guys, work with him free throw shooting, make that the priority, right? Build up his confidence, because if he can raise that free throw shooting, then when it comes to the end of the game, especially in the playoffs, you can play him. That's the big thing. If you wonder why Ben Simmons passes up an easy dunk, it's because he probably was terrified to get fouled. And that's when you know it's all mental. And so if you can get Ben Simmons to improve his free throw shooting, that'll give him more confidence in the clutch and not have to worry about Hacker Ben going on. He'll be a better asset. Come crunch time, you can play him, right? Because you want him in the game because of the fact that he's 6'10", man, with the long wingspan. You want him in there for the defensive side of the ball because on most teams he's going to play on, he's going to be the best on-ball wing defender on the team. And like I said, I think he just changes the whole dynamics of that Lakers defense, and I think he cleans them up on the offense a little bit. I think the Lakers offensively will look a little bit crisper because I do believe he's a better decision maker than Westbrook. But yeah, so this ideally, like I said, it's starting to win me over. But deep down, I think the Lakers should stick to Westbrook for the rest of the season and then try to make a move. But if they're able to make that deal happen, I can't blame them because I do think, long term it's the better move for them, especially long term, with Simmons' age. But like I said, I don't think that's going to happen. It's a 3-team trade. But we'll see what happens. Let me know what you think. Do you like the thought of Ben Simmons becoming a Los Angeles Laker, or do you hate that idea? Let me know in the comments. It's your boy King Cal 516 signing off. This has been the Switch Flames Podcast. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe. Definitely appreciate your support. If you want to stay up to date with everything Switch Flames, make sure you hit that notification tab and you'll be hit with all the latest. So next time, guys, peace out.